If you're thinking about selling your house, I'm going to explain in this video why you should use an agent rather than taking on that huge responsibility for yourself. Stay tuned. What's up, you guys? Andrew here with the Lake team in Houston, Texas. Welcome back to our channel. We have another fantastic video lined up for you guys today. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you have not already, go ahead and smash that subscribe button down below. At the Lake team, we try our best to produce the best real estate content to give to you guys each and every single week so you can make the most educated decision when it comes to buying and selling real estate. With that being said, let's go and move straight into today's topic, which is all about why you should hire an agent and why it's best to probably leverage it out rather than taking on that responsibility for yourself. So number one, selling houses takes a lot of time, takes a lot of money, takes a lot of effort. There's a lot of moving parts going on, too many moving parts for comfort actually. So one thing I do like to think about too is if you think of it as like a pool builder, right? If you have no experience, if you're a pool builder, this is probably not a right example for you, but most people aren't. If you've never even built a pool or even seen how that process works, then would you try to start digging in your backyard and building a fully blown custom pool? Probably not, because you wouldn't even know where to begin. It's kind of the same way with selling a house and real estate. There's so much more than just taking photographs and then putting online. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of legal documents coming into play. And if you do things the wrong way, you could end up in court. So it's probably just in your best interest to leave this to people who do this as a business rather than as a hobby. And a good agent does this as a business anyways, not as a hobby, not part-time. They do this as an actual business. This is their job, this is their career. So, and you have your own career to worry about to begin with. And so if you're going to work every single day, you don't want to have to worry about what's going on with trying to sell your house on your own. So it's probably best to leave it up to the pros. And also, when hiring a seasoned real estate agent, they have connections in the industry that you might not have. So they might be able to talk with all their clientele, all their buyers that they have, and to be able to see if they're a right fit for you. That's what we call client matching. We do our best to do client matching all the time because it works out like a charm whenever it does. But you know, they might have connections that you don't have, right? So they might be able to talk with all their agents that they are, really cool with, or they're friends with, they've known for a long time, to let them know, like, hey, I have this listing coming up. Do you have a buyer? And they may actually have a buyer, so they have connections again that you might not have. So it's probably best to leverage that piece out at least. Next up is some agents, not all of them, some agents know how to market themselves or know how to market their properties better than most digital marketing agencies out there. This guy, right? No, I'm just kidding, no. So, I mean, but for real though, like there's a lot of agents out there who are getting well versed in this technology world, but there's other agents that are pretty much getting left behind. I mean, it's sad, it's the time that we're living in, and we're transitioning into everything becoming digital. But some agents really do know how to market themselves or market their properties and listings that they do have to produce the best results for you guys, to create that fire underneath people or buyers and consumers that want to come see your property. So when it comes to digital marketing, when it comes to spending on advertising, that does take a lot of money. So let your agent spend the money, right? You don't spend the money, let the agent spend the money. Let the agent worry about all that stuff. Let them run the ads, let them deal with the showings, let them handle all the paperwork. You know what I mean? So like, let them handle all that. Let them spend their money. That's what their commission is for, right? Their commission is not just 100% you're keeping all your commissions. They actually we have expenses to pay for, and marketing and online marketing and digital advertising is a major expense. The next thing is agents should know all the legal documents like the back of their hand, right? They really should know those legal documents like the back of their hand, and they can guide you along the way and pretty much like how to avoid getting sued by a buyer, right? They'll know those documents, and they'll be able to sit there and explain to you what those legal documents are. Let's say, for example, like a seller's disclosure. If it's your first time ever selling a house and you're not sure what a seller's disclosure is, here in Texas we have a document. It's like, man, I want to say like 6 or 7 pages. It's a very tedious task to fill this thing out, right? But It's a full-blown seller's disclosure, and what it is, it's anything and everything about the property. Any defects that you are aware of, how old is the roof, is there any defects in the HVAC, foundation repairs, flooding, anything like that. So you're going to disclose anything and everything about the property. It's kind of straightforward a little bit. I mean, there's some tricky parts in there, but it's kind of straightforward for the most part. But if you answered one of those questions incorrectly, or you lied about it, and the buyer finds out, you are opening yourself up for a major lawsuit, and you will be taken to court. So be very cautious with that, and that's one thing that your agent, whoever you hire, myself or another team or another agent, they should be able to sit down with you and discuss what a seller's disclosure actually looks like, and they'll be able to help you fill it out. They can't answer the questions for you, but they can explain exactly what that question is that they're asking if you didn't need any help on it. So selling a house is already stressful enough as it is when it comes to anybody who's selling their house as a client that has, even if they have an agent or not, right? So it's already stressful enough. You're already having to deal with all of your moving parts, such as packing up and moving, and finding a new place to stay, finding a new house to buy, and you have that whole shenanigans going on over there. Whatever that case is, but it's already stressful enough. So it's best, look at it like this. It's best to look at it like this. Think of it as you are the GC, right? You are the general contractor, and you are subbing out selling your house. So you're the general contractor because you're the boss, and now you've hired an agent to sell your house, right? So think of it like that, right? You're using leverage for your time, right? You're using leverage so you can have your sanity, basically. Leave it up to the pros that be able to help you out with all that stuff. But yeah, think of it like as you're a general contractor, so to speak. Another cool thing about hiring an agent is whenever you do hire an agent, if they're well versed in this industry, they should have like expert knowledge on price, how to, coming up with different kinds of strategies, tricks of the trade, to how to lure buyers in and hook them on the hook, and or get them on the hook. So if you're looking for expert guidance on that, it may be best to go ahead and consult with your realtor. So the agent that you hire, it will handle everything for you, right? And that goes to show with showings, for example. So with showings, they're going to handle the showings, whether they got to be there for the showings or they're going to talk to the buyer's agent. I did a video on on what to expect when your house is on the market. Be sure to check that out. It goes through that whole process of what showings look like. But if you're trying to do this on your own, right, and you have a normal 9-to-5 job, how in the hell are you going to leave your job to go show the property? You're going to make buyers wait around, and you are going to lose buyers that way, I promise you. Whenever we try, even when we try to sell house, or whenever we try to show our buyers houses, we have a list of, like, let's say 5 properties to go look at for that day, and one gets declined. For example, when we make the showing request, one does get declined. Chances are we aren't going back to it, or if we don't get an answer of when we can go look at the house, chances are we're not coming back to it, right? We have plenty to go look at. So keep that in mind too. Whenever you're trying to do this, if you are trying to do this yourself, you are potentially losing out on buyers that you're making wait around coming to see the property. So the next one we have is being trained to negotiate, right? So agents, any good agent that you hire should be able to negotiate, within your favor, right? So if there's items, there's things that you don't really understand. There's a lot of stuff going on other than price, right? And whenever you get hit up for these inspections, and they ask you for repairs, it comes down to something silly, and then you might need someone to sit there and say, okay, well this is done. Like, all right, just go ahead and get it done. It'll cost you like $5 to do it. Just do it and keep the buyers happy, right? Or, for example, if they're asking for a lot and we have some additional leverage on our hand, like say non-realty items that the buyers we know that they're super interested in, right? We could throw that at them, but in lieu of any repairs, there's a whole, man, the list goes on. There's a lot of variables. There's a whole bunch of things that you can do when it comes to negotiating price and negotiating any kind of repairs or contributions to closing costs. There's a ton of things that you can do other than just coming down or going up on price. Of course, going up on price would be best for you guys, but regarding coming down on price, or the price isn't just the only thing. This is what I'm trying to say. Price isn't the only thing that you need to worry about. There are other pieces to the puzzle. Also, when it comes to navigating the selling process from contract to close, it is a relatively difficult process. Again, there's a lot of moving pieces to the puzzle, a lot of moving parts. there's a lot of unknowns, and so this is where an agent comes really into handy to answer all of your questions. You have several different people working, right? You have buyer's agents, you have seller's agents, you have title companies, you have lenders to work with, you have HOAs to get resale certs from. I mean, you have a ton of different things moving along. It's not just the buyer and their financing. So at this point, it's probably best to go ahead and let the agent help you navigate through the contract to close process. So last but not least, I did my best to explain why you should use an agent. I might do a video of why you shouldn't use an agent. I don't know. I haven't thought about that one yet. But just in case you were thinking about going on your own and selling your house on your own, man, go for it, right? If that's really what you want to do and you're up for the challenge, you're up for that difficult process, you're up for taking on that risk, that's okay. Go for it. No one's going to stop you to do it on your own. If that's what you want to go, if that's what the route you want to go, then go ahead and do it. All I can say is just make sure you are prepared. Make sure you protect yourself. Make sure you are prepared. If you need to, go ahead and pay an attorney to consult with an attorney, right? Don't call an agent to get advice, because you're wasting their time, right? That's why I'm trying to make this video, to explain to you guys what that looks like when selling a house. Don't just call an agent and make them think that they're coming out there to list your house for sale, and all you really want is just information out of them. That's wrong on a lot of levels. Don't do that. Try to do as much research as you can online. And like I said again, if you want to, go ahead and consult with an attorney, and they might be able to guide you a little bit along the way. I don't know. I haven't gone that route before, talking to an attorney when it comes to selling a house, because we've been in this industry for a while. But anyways, like I said, if you want to sell your house on your own, go for it. No one's stopping you. And if you decide this just isn't for you, we're here for you. The Lake team is here for you, or your agent, whoever it is that's out there here in the Houston area, they're here for you. So give them a shout if you decide to, I'm not selling my house on my own, or if you did try and you were unsuccessful the first go around. Maybe hit up your agent and see if you guys can work something out. All right, guys, well, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for today's video. Let me know what you think of this video, or any other topics that you would like us to cover, in the comment section below. And if you have any further questions, visit us on our website. From there, you can reach out to us directly. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and hit that bell icon, so you get to be the first notified whenever we release new videos, which we do each and every single week. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for today. I'm Andrew with the Lake team here in Houston, Texas, and I will see you guys next week.